Now that we've understood the craft of entrepreneurship and customer engagement from leading online business experts, it's time to hear from technical experts like you. Once again, I'd like to invite Nikhil for an in-depth discussion with some GoDaddy pros in India on how web designers and developers are poised to drive the next wave of digital growth in the country and how GoDaddy Pro is enabling them in this journey.
Hello and welcome to another segment of Expand 2021. For this session, we have with us some of GoDaddy's power web pros who are leading the way of this post-COVID digital wave in India and have been helping millions of people to easily run and successfully manage their online businesses during this difficult time. First up, I have Nikesh Masiwal, founder and director Pixels Agency, a digital marketing firm which helps startup and established businesses with SEO, social media marketing, and other related services. Moving on to the next panelist, Sajal Bhatia, co-founder and director Webicstudio, one of India's leading website development agencies in the domestic web domain. And finally, we have Dhruwal Patel, CEO and managing director, Dhrutel Technology, an IT consultancy, as well as a full cycle customer development services firm for web, mobile, and desktop-based application. So welcome, Nikesh, welcome, Sajal, and welcome, Dhruwal. First of all, let me start off with Nikesh. If you could give a brief introduction of the business and what you do, and just a little bit of a journey line.
Sure, Nikhil. So I started off with Pixels back in 2015. We helped startups and brands come up with their online presence and kind of expand their reach. Today we work with some of India's leading FMGC and BFSI brands, helping them in app web experiences, and also from a marketing side, we do digital marketing and SEO for them. We have also helped startup from a tech development, tech consultancy, and general know-how to kind of reach their angel and seed rounds. And some of them are huge name in the Indian market today. We have clients majorly in India, but we also serve a lot of US, UK, and some clients from Singapore, because they generally trust Indian tech and development. Have been a part of GoDaddy Pro community for the last 4 years now, and it has been a great experience, meeting with fellow web pros and understanding the market. In the past, I think the past 1.5, 2 years, we have helped a lot of business come online or basically improve and kind of reach out to new customers from an online space. And as this, it has become critical to kind of come online. So yeah, I think that's kind of the journey for the last Pixels and for the last 2 years.
Thank you. Sajal?
Yes, so thank you, Nikhil. It is always my pleasure to, share the stage with you, and thanks for having me today. So hi, everyone. My name is Sajal, and I have founded a company in 2014. And since then, I'm helping small and medium businesses to grow online, to come online. So we help them, those who don't know how to come online and when to start, where to start. So we started, this foundation in early 2014, so that everyone can come online. So now our basic motto, we started with the tag that your thoughts are designs, but now we think that it's gradually becoming the tag that our growth is in your growth. So yes, the past 1.5 year or 2 years, you can say, it was a bit challenging, because in the last 2 years, we help a lot of businesses to come online, where they feel that it's very hard to come online, but we educate them and we inspire them to come online, so that they can feel that there is an online growth that can help them to reach their strategies and growth. So that was it from my side, and thank you, Nikhil.
Thank you, Sajal. Dhruwal?
Thank you, Nikhil, for having me over here. So at Dhrutel Technologies, we currently focus more towards innovative and creative solutions. So we work on various different platforms like web or app, and we try our best to provide solutions where we can have user engagement And in past 2 years, of course, since the pandemic started, we are trying best to provide solutions where we can, bring on board new clients, providing them cost-effective solutions. So that's our main focus over here. So that's pretty much what we do.
Thank you. Thank you. So my next question is, as pandemic in the last year and a half, right, it has affected everybody in a very different way. My question is threefold for three of you, right? The impact on the web community, which is the community you all, are part of. Impact on your customers, which is all the customers you serve, and also working from home and the productivity element and how the communication and interactions and all this has happened, right? So basically the impact on you all on a personal, maybe business level, on your customers, and then this work from home between your customers and yourself, right? So let me start with you, Nikesh, and I'll move to Sajal and Dhruwal in that order.
Sure. So when the pandemic started, I think web development was one of the communities that had an increase in demand in the area of web design development. According to a report, the number was as high as 92%, where there was an increase in demand. Generally, since the work there was a remote work driven demand, so there was demands for web security and more or less conversation centric features from our clients. Wherein people were looking out to kind of reach out to their fellow employees or a bigger company, wherein they want to drive the HR policies in a kind of a safe and easy manner. Digital marketing saw a boost for us because there was no way to kind of communicate using an outdoor media. So and people wanted to communicate their products and services online. So that was that area had a huge demand from our customers. Talking about the way it went around, it was quite difficult, to be honest. There was uncertainty in terms of business or even employee safety. As being web pros, people used to look at us for answers because they wanted to take their services digital or digitize their services. And since their business and kind of business got impacted with less or no time, they wanted solutions in a very quick or easy manner. How kind of Dhruwal touched upon, we prioritize on quick solutions and cheaper solutions as well, because the go to the market is very important for each and every business. And say talking about I think initially it led to long working hours for me, my employees, which had impacted our health and productivity. But as it went forward, I think we figured out a way to kind of limit ourselves to the work and the balance, and had some sessions wherein we prioritize our health as well. So yeah, a difficult time, but great learnings. I think it moved the market. It moved India to kind of a digitized India phase that I think GoDaddy always endorses.
Thank you, Nikesh. Sajal?
Yes, so as as Nikhil, that every business has faced the COVID crisis. So in this crisis, most of the companies, those were offline, but they don't know how to come online. So most of them were small businesses. Those always think that we should come online, but they don't know how to come and how to grow online. So in the last 2 years, so we have seen the growth of next 5 years. As you can see, most the remote, everyone is working remotely, and we have also shifted remotely overnight. And initially we have faced challenges to work, but later on we made this as a habit, so that we can work remotely and help a lot of businesses. Pre-COVID, most of the offline stores were taking care of their offline audience that is nearby to their stores. But when the COVID started, most of the businesses don't know where to start. Then we help them so that now they can sell their items online and throughout the India. So now they are not only taking care of their local audience, but also they're taking care of the entire India region. Also, as we are now coming on the track, so we have seen unpredictable growth, where we can see a huge digital expansion, where everyone needs a digital services in any way. Some part of the domain, they think that it should be online. So we have seen that an online business is connected to offline segment, and also where some offline segment is connected to online, they can also see a huge ticket size when something is serving online instead of offline. Also, more businesses have focused on in their new offering, where they don't want to go down with the existing offering, but they want to show something in the new offering, like banks and banking sector is now doing sales and support through online video KYC and the things. Now people is more habitual to consume online content or online services where it comes to after COVID crisis. So now if you see most of the businesses now want to remain in the online way, where they want most of the things like payments and inquiries should come online, and they should take care of them online. Yeah.
So Dhruwal, share your thoughts on how the whole pandemic has affected the web community, the customers, and work from home.
Correct. So basically, at the time of pandemic, it did not only bring health issues, but of course the financial issues came with it as well. So at that time, people did not wanted to invest in technologies or any web applications or any such things. So initial phase was definitely difficult, but we tried our best to utilize that period, making people aware of web technologies and domains and hostings and how it can benefit them. So once things started getting better, they all came up with their different ideas and everything, and they were already aware of that how we can take it to the next level, and that's the time we were able to assist them. And definitely GoDaddy tools which we used that were definitely cost effective. So we were able to get them up and running quickly. And once they started their online business, we were able to take them to the next level again in terms of expanding further. Talking about productivity, definitely there was a hit it took on our business and everything. But slowly, once we started, learning about things, how to do it, it definitely, got better and better. And we still think that, working from office would be much better. But as of now, we are trying best to, even work with a hybrid solution, work from home and work from office. So that's what we are trying right now.
Thank you. Thank you, Nikesh. Thank you, Sajal and Dhruwal, on sharing your insights into the impact on pandemic. Moving on to the next question, right? How, with the increased internet penetration, right? And some of you mentioned that what was happening in the last 10 years and happening now is in these 10 months, right? The growth, the speed, the velocity of digital acceleration has just gone through the roof. Your community, right? What are the key trends you're seeing in your community? And also, if you were to think about new developers coming in, right? Has there been more interest that more people now want to become web designers because of their digitization? And if that's the case, what kind of tips and recommendations and inputs you would give to new developers, right? Because with this new wave of digitization, I think everybody wants to get into this space, and you guys have been there and established yourself and successful. What are perhaps some of the tricks of the trade you can share with somebody who's just graduating and wants to be a web designer, right? So one, what are you seeing in your community as trends and just and growth factors, and then some advice to new budding web designers. So I'll start with Nikesh.
The one very visible trend that we see under the web community is the demand for any quick or fast solution. So developers need to develop or create scalable solutions. So 60% or 70% of new India, so what we call as Bharat, is actually coming online, and we might be having slow connections or about a 3G or a 4G speed. So how fast your solution loads is critical. So in that case, new JavaScript frameworks are coming in, wherein a lot of developers are getting into it for the first time, and that's the demand that we look for, as even for as agency. When we hire, we look for these new skills that are proven in the US markets and now are in India. So we look for those solutions, and the other part is, even for that matter, even customers are now learning to code. They actually ask us what is the quickest way, or the kind of the easiest way to kind of come online where we can actually manage the business. So it's not even for the new developers, but also some of our customers kind of have learned to kind of code a WordPress website. So developers, when kind of they need to write a very clean and scalable code that is prime, and India is a booming market for all the tech requirements, either for Southeast Asia, Europe, or US. So we need to kind of match their standards. So for any new entry that is coming to the tech environment, I'll suggest that be thorough with your skills, practice a lot, and there is a lot of opening in the tech market. Yeah.
Great. Thank you, Nikesh. Sajal, your thoughts?
So my thoughts on this is, let's say, I have seen a lot of youngsters who were, changing their stream in the time of COVID. So most of them were jobless, and they want to try something else. So they picked up this digital thing that is called website design, and some of them were doing digital marketing courses online. As you know, the online courses are booming in. So when I talk to them, and I listen to their ideas, so they want to try something else, because earlier earlier those who were working in a corporate sector, but now they think that in the in the free time they learn something else. They want to get a hike in their salaries, and they want to do something else in the digital way. So they have learned they have learned how to create a website through a website builder first. Then gradually they are starting coding, and they are starting installing a WordPress site on a server on a local host. And now what they've seen, that it's very easy to create a WordPress site, or if you're starting with a GoDaddy builder, then you can create a website in like just minutes. So that's easy for them, and anyone can learn. This is a no hard technology. Anyone can learn and start their online business, and anyone can grow online like we are growing.
Great. Thank you, Sajal. Dhruwal?
So I think agreeing to what Nikesh and Sajal mentioned, so this year we have seen like a tremendous amount of growth where people are trying to come online, to have an online presence for their businesses, or maybe some homemade products or anything. So along the same line, the demand of the web developers has been increasing as well. And there are so many technologies out in the market, and new keeps coming. So definitely for developers who are just starting their journey with the web development, I would suggest them that always focus on building solutions which are cost effective, whether it's like a small business or a medium size or large businesses. Secondly, since the web development and everything has been growing at a so faster pace, so they always need to focus on the security along the line, because I have seen so many developers, they develop using online reference, or using their experience and things like that, but they do not focus on security, and that's a big problem. The number of websites and the apps they start growing, the security will be a bigger challenge for us to handle. So that's a big for the developers to keep in mind that it's a important aspect of the web development or any kind of development.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Nikesh. Thank you, Sajal, and thank you, Dhruwal. So moving on to my last question, which is actually the most exciting question for me, is the partnership with GoDaddy, right? I mean, GoDaddy obviously provides a program, different services, different tools for ultimately helping you enable millions of businesses out there to come online and grow online. How has that partnership been with GoDaddy? And if you can share your own experiences and insights of the tools or the programs or the services we provide to you all to better serve your customers. Starting with Nikesh.
Yeah, I think partnership with GoDaddy has been tremendous. I think we have actually grown with GoDaddy India over the past 3 or 4 years, celebrating their millions customers and so on and so forth. So they have kind of impacted our business and several other business in a very good way. I think I started off as a 3-member team, back in 2015, and today we are like about 15 co-developer, and plus marketing. So, and the collaborations that we have with GoDaddy, the meeting of the web pros, I mean, for that matter, I know Sajal and Dhruwal for a long time, and the partnership has kind of become into a friendship, and even for that matter, leadership and mentorship from say Nikhil, you and Gaurav and several others. It's kind of very easy to kind of reach out to either GoDaddy management or to customer support. And especially even for getting new employees, I think we actually hired some people that had done some GoDaddy Academy courses, because they kind of know how to use the GoDaddy system, which would be easier for us to kind of not spend the time or the money training them. So great, as in there's no kind of I'll probably fall short on words, because it's been a great partnership for the last 4-5 years. And even in the pandemic, they have kind of supported us a lot in terms of the customer support that they used to provide us for our customers, or for any renewals or any new purchases that customer used to kind of look it to us, and then we used to kind of just link it to GoDaddy support, where they'll take it from there. So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Nikesh. Sajal?
Yes, so it's been 5+ years with GoDaddy now, and we joined GoDaddy in May 2016, and it's been a great journey with GoDaddy. And so we started with the intent to buying the domain and hosting instantly, but now what we are doing, we are purchasing each and every solution for small business and big enterprise, like the product we have VPS and dedicated servers from GoDaddy. And we're also using the Pro panel very frequently, and we have a lot of sites there. So we we feel that we have hosted our websites on the secure space, where there is no need to worry, because there is always a support team at the back end for us, because you have a very good knowledge base, very good support. And also when we see how to manage the WordPress site, or how to see when you see how to build and doing the migration, do the updates to the plugins, and everything is so seamless, like it's in minutes. So this is the way we are doing the things with GoDaddy. And also, as said by Nikesh, that the sales is happening through us, and we also give the support. But if the support is needed from the team, then we redirect the customer to the GoDaddy support team directly.
Thank you, Sajal. Dhruwal?
So Nikhil, I must be basically a very one of the oldest customer. So I started with GoDaddy back in 2005, and we started with just domains, and then we saw the GoDaddy grow with lots of innovative solutions and providing different technologies, and it was very easy for us to bring more and more clients on board. So every time we have a client who wants to work with us and work on a project, and the first thing we tell them, let's get you a domain from GoDaddy. So last few years, definitely we have seen growth in terms of the services GoDaddy has provided, be it like a VPS solutions, or emails, or marketing tools, and not to forget about the web a designing tool and all those. So apart from all this, the equivalent part of GoDaddy service is the support. I mean, you guys have a fantastic support, and we always rely on your support for any small or large technical difficulties we might face. So that's the best part of GoDaddy tools and everything. Yes. So I think that covers most of it on what we do.
Thank you, Dhruwal. So, Nikesh, Sajal, Dhruwal, it's been an exciting discussion, all the way from, understanding the perspective of pandemic, how it's impacted you guys as a community, how you serve your customers, in new trends in customer adoption, both locally and globally, some of the learnings you've shared for other, upcoming web designers. But one thing I do want to mention, right? I mean, you guys were obviously thanking us, and we are humbled and really thankful for being able to partner in the journey with you. But you also have been a great source of learnings for us, because in pandemic, and I think I can speak for all three of you, that every time I was trying to understand how the world is shaping, right? How this whole world of online adoption is shaping. I was on calls and WhatsApp and different forums day and night to just understand that. So I'm really thankful for that, because as much as we partner with you, we actually gain a lot of knowledge and insights from you, because ultimately we are all working together to expand both the ecosystem of web designers and expand the adoption of online presence for our customers. So on behalf of GoDaddy and on behalf of Expand 2021, thank you again, Nikesh, Sajal, and Dhruwal, for being part of this web panel, and we look forward to having many more interactions with you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikhil.
Thank you, Nikhil.
Thank you, Nikhil.